Hello and welcome! This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more Hearts of Iron 4, continuing on with my Make Love, Not War series. And I was poking around at other countries and what they were working on focus-wise, and I have an interesting development with United Kingdom. They are going with the Secure the Netherlands focus, which is going to allow them to, if I am remembering the focus, is going to give them a war goal to puppet the Netherlands. So this may bring them into war with me. I'm going to have to see what happens. I'm not exactly sure. Would the Netherlands join the Axis because they're fascist and ask for my support? I'm not really sure. And if that is the case, I'm not sure I'm also prepared for a war with the Allies, which I believe France is a member of the Allies. So that would be problematic, as well as Canada and South Africa and Australia. So and the British Raj. So we wouldn't want to be at war with them if we can help it. I mean, I didn't want to be at war with the Soviet Union. This is about making love, not war. But I did get dragged in by, taking a risk, adding the Italians into the Axis, hoping I could get away with their expansion to Yugoslavia. It didn't work out that way. And that's why we're at war. But let's go ahead and go on with the war that we are at and just see how things develop. The one thing I have been trying to do over here periodically is just pushing against the Soviet Union to see how we can do and trying to push them out here. Now, they do not lack supply here, so they must be doing better. And I guess because it's the summer months, they're not as bad off as we've seen them be in the past. Now, I am also not doing as bad either. I am doing kind of bad over here, but otherwise, I'm doing pretty good. So it must be the summer months that is really helping things out. And we've got two divisions here not doing anything. Let's get those guys in there. I'm going to probably have to supervise this fight. This fight's going well. This is my objective, to try and cut off the Soviets in this pocket. And it looks like the Italians are actually making a decent push here across the river. Okay, we have Blitzkrieg now. So let's take a look. As far as these go, we do this one next, we'd get recovery rate for motorized and mechanized, organization for motorized, and we'd also get overwhelming fire and planing speed plus 20%. Well, I haven't been really able to use planing speed much because I can't do an offensive line or any of that stuff in Polish-occupied territory, and every bit of territory I take from the Soviet Union that's along the Polish border gets flipped to Poland, so I never really can take advantage of planing bonuses, so that's kind of a moot point. But what else could we do instead? In 41, artillery-wise, mostly it's just anti-air, which I might do just because it's a quick research. But let's take a look at other things that are going on, just to make sure I'm not making a mistake with that decision. So, land doctrines we already discussed. I could upgrade naval things, as there are a couple ships still left in the 1940 era, as well as submarines, for instance, I could upgrade. Naval doctrine we're way behind on, and I'm not really concerned about that, of course. Airplanes, there's not really a whole lot to be done. We are working on air doctrine. Engineering, we're fine, unless we want to work down radar. And we're currently working on construction, because we do need to get more factories producing things. Speaking of factories, how are we doing? We still have a decent lineup going, and production-wise, we do still need some factories for our artillery, but mechanized equipment is starting to be produced. How are we looking logistics on that, wise? Mechanized. So I only have 22 at the moment. A big part of that, though, is just getting the efficiency bonus that we need going and ticking, and eventually we'll have enough of that. All right, well, with that all said, let's go ahead and continue with time. I think the anti-air is exactly... What the crap? The Italians abandoned me. I'm going to have to go back to Novgorod before the AI takes advantage of that. Luckily, I managed to notice that quickly enough. Otherwise, my troops would have gotten cut off, and that would have been horrific. And once this is done, we will be able to pull all of the infantry over into this area where we desperately need infantry to be able to solidify my different fronts. Okay. Now that that is done, Looks like the Poles are attacking in various locations. I'm going to go ahead and split these guys. And then split them again. We need some level of... No. Need some level of troops over in the city over here, so that doesn't get recaptured in case the AI decide to abandon it, like we saw them do a little bit earlier. I would also like troops over here, which we'll do, and then we will split these guys. Well, definitely we need cavalry to come over here, so we'll do that kind of move like that. And then we're going to split these guys. And then split them again. And we'll send 3 divisions over here. And then we'll split these guys. Grab these 3 and leave them there. Actually, the 4 divisions. Where do we need troops that we don't have troops? But technically here is empty, so we do need to address that. Okay, so we've got our defensive line being pushed around. We're going to be transferring infantry over here so that we can actually push again. Eventually. Okay, we got the rocket artillery upgrade. And Denmark is sending me troops. Of course, they're now called the North Sea Empire. Yeah, I don't know where those troops ended up. We'll find them eventually. I would have assumed they would be near Denmark, but please tell me you didn't give me more guys over in Iceland. That would piss me off a little bit. All right, I do have a research slot because we did get this done. So now that that is done, I think all that we have left, honestly, is land doctrine. So we'll go ahead and move on to the next one. And then we'll have to figure out desperate defense or a modern blitzkrieg. Well, we're not in a desperate defensive situation, so I figure we go with probably modern blitzkrieg. Okay. And we were going to figure out where those troops were. Okay, so something that's not in an army. Seriously? You gave me troops over here? Alright, where's the other one? There's that one. That one. And one over here. Wow, that's a useful soldier. I would like you to use naval junk to come over here if you can. To Leningrad, that would be nice. Okay. Also, while we're paused, I would like to continue the offensive. It looks like the Italians are kind of reinforcing me here a little bit. You guys go in there, and then we'll finish the cutoff of all these troops in here. Who honestly might already be counted as being cut off. We'll have to see. Kind of hard sometimes to figure out exactly how supply works. I'm going to split these guys in half, and I'm going to send 2 over here just to be sure that we are going to be holding this territory against the Soviets. And these guys are kind of beat up. We'll wait. And this attack is not really proving to be all that successful. How many divisions do they have? Just 9? Oh, we got another ace pilot. Great. How is the air war going? Still not managing to hold on to this territory. Fighter losses are starting to get a little bit better. Let's see what we can do here. First off, heavy fighters. I think now that you have over 100, we can send you over here. And your mission is to intercept rather than have air superiority, because they still have a lot of bombers in this area, and I'd like to shoot those down. And then over here, we're not losing any of our stuff, and they're getting bombed. So they don't have any fighter planes over here at all. So what I'd like to do in response to that is I have one fighter group that is kind of worn down. Actually, I have 3 fighter groups in here. So I have 2 fighter groups that are worn down. And then we've got all the tactical bombers. Wow, really? These tactical bombers need to be bombing where we... Alright, well that was a mistake. And what are they set mission-wise? Yeah, okay. So I've had these bombers there for a while, and they've not been doing the bombing, but now I've rectified that, so that's good. Okay, anyway, let's go back to what we were talking about here, though, which was the fighters. Okay, so I've got this main fighter group here. I'd like to grab them and send them over into the Baltic states instead, which should give me, hopefully, more air superiority. Why is it not showing? Why is it not showing? Ah, crap. Why is it not showing the interception? Oh, because I never selected that. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that will help. Because we'll keep some fighters in this area, but considering that the enemy have no fighters... Alright, how many divisions am I facing here? I'm facing 7 divisions with 7 divisions. Okay. I could push with the infantry just to help out. But I have a feeling the woods are kind of impeding progress there. Alright, well, we're trying. And we've got no success over here with this attack. I might be able to get success by adding divisions in here in a second. Really? There we go. Still no real progress, huh? We've got 16 divisions against their 9. Alright. I'm gonna keep pushing there. Oh, okay, the Poles actually managed to gain ground here. Maybe I'll be able to take advantage. I mean, there's no reason for these troops to stay here if we push further into Soviet territory. And there is actually a likelihood we'll be able to cut some guys off, because the Poles are advancing here. If we advance through here, we could cut these guys off, which I always like to do, of course. Alright, so these divisions here need to move up. Actually, where the heck are you? You look like you're in limbo land. Are you here, or are you over here? Oh, this province is all one thing. Okay, that's fine. You guys advance into there. And you guys advance into there. Try that again. So, I keep getting knocked out because the Poles keep getting knocked out, but we'll change that here in a second. There we go. So we've got 7 divisions against 4. And maybe might be able to do the cutoff move already. You guys go there, then there. Alright, so this is clearly not going well. Even though we have numerical superiority. Okay. Alright, so there were troops here, which I didn't anticipate. Seven divisions against 4. Okay, so this is the AI doing AI stuff that is starting to piss me off a little bit. Alright. I wish I knew how many divisions were here. How many divisions are here? 6, 7 divisions. I mean, that would be nice to cut those guys off, but I just don't know if I'm going to be able to pull it off. We'll do another attack here. How many divisions do they have here? Alright, they've got 7 divisions, but somehow they're able to hold out. This is the same kind of frustration I had in my other playthrough with France, where you just send huge numbers against them. And you never really can make any ground. Alright, let's see what we can do here. We got 7 divisions against their 15. Okay. Alright, we'll let them attack again. There we go. That took a while to tick. And a lot of their guys will have disadvantages because they're an assault and a defense. Okay. Now that we've messed around with that enough. How is my training going? I haven't popped out any more guys. Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and go on with our advance. Alright, so we're right outside. Oop. We're right outside Smolensk here. And I have infantry set up kind of along the border here. And I do have some support infantry available to hold this. Alright. I don't know if I can drive into Smolensk just yet. I don't know how many divisions are in here, and my tanks are going to be at a severe disadvantage. What I could do is I could do a two-prong attack into the forest, but granted, tanks will be at a disadvantage in forest too, so... might be worth it, though, because then I could do a two-prong attack into Smolensk. What I'll do, I'll cut these guys in half. We'll send them there. You guys go here. Cut these guys in half. And we'll send them there. And we'll see what kind of success we have. Okay, so that's a decent number of guys. And we go here, and let's see what kind of success we have. Alright, so we've got 9 divisions, 11 on 9. Alright. I don't know if this is a good call to stay in the city like this. These are infantry, which are going to have the better fighting chances. I figure instead we just go like this. We grind these guys down. And they're going to reinforce, which I'm happy or fine with. Alright, so this fight, I mean, we're winning. For some reason, I just can't get... There we go. Divisions into the fight. Aha! Get that stuff in there. Okay, we've got construction finished. Speaking of construction, how's that going? Going along. How's our production going? Do we have enough to actually produce our rocket artillery? Almost. We're getting there. Alright, so research. Now we're at the point where I have really not a whole lot to work on, except for maybe radar. I discussed that's something technically I could do. I could also do things ahead of time. And honestly, the penalty's not too bad for doing that, because we have a lot of research bonuses. Alright, so let's see. If I did radar, it would take me 154 days. On the other hand, if I did another level of tech, that would only take me 138 days for support weapons or 138 days for anti-tank weapons. That sounds better than the alternative. I mean, radar, we'd have to build that. We'd have to construct it. That would take time. I don't think anything else is really something we want to do for 40. Oh, wow. You could get Panther tanks already? $110 days, you'd have Panther tanks. Considering how much of my units are made up of medium tanks, that sounds like a really good plan. I mean, it's 2 years ahead of time, but that's not too bad. Alright, yeah, we'll do that. Get some Panther tanks early. And one thing I'd like to do is come into production, and fighters are pretty much getting up there to the max efficiency. What I'd like is to revise my fighters. So, create a variant. And I want more range. Sure. We'll actually do 2 ticks of that, and we're going to need 2 ticks of reliability to make up for it. Alright, maybe only 1 tick. And we'll take 1 tick of weapons. Which will... Alternatively, we could do 1 tick of engine. Bring down the reliability 1. Okay, so we'll do 2 ticks of engine. And then we've got a little bit more range and reliability. Alright, I'm happy with that. So we get more airspeed, and we've got... There we go. I would do weapons, but I need to crank up reliability for that. So, go ahead and save that. Now we've got the C variant, which we're going to do instead. And we don't lose a lot of efficiency when we do those changes. And we used up our experience there. As far as research goes, there's no more light tanks, and I'm going to still be using light tanks, so I figure I might as well come into the production here and make a new variant of the light tanks, because we've got a lot of army experience that I'm not really using. So I'm going to make a new variant here. And honestly, this doesn't have much in the way of anything, so we'll do armor, reliability, main gun, which is possibly going to cause me... No, nothing there. We'll do engine. I would only like to use like about 100. So we'll do armor, reliability, and then we've got... Alright, we'll do engine, and then that will be it. So that will be a decent upgrade. We'll save that on up. And we'll start making the Leopard tank Mark A. Okay. And did I never make a variant of the Panzer IV? That's surprising. Alright, well that's fine. Because we're going to have the Panther tanks soon. I think I didn't do it because at the time Panzer tanks were so ahead of time that I figured there's no reason to spend that. Another thing I'd like to take a look at is over on the Western Front. My green and blue armies, how are they as far as experience? So maybe I can train these guys while the war is going on, because I may need them later, and they will get me some army experience while that happens. Because we may be at war with the United Kingdom here soon. Again, I'm not sure of that. Alright, so this attack petered out, even though I gotta attack them from so many different directions. Maybe I didn't attack them from here, and maybe that would have been the right course. Well, we'll wait for organization to come back, and maybe we'll try it again. And this attack is not going well at all. How do they only have 5 divisions? They've got... How many divisions attacking me? That has to be a bug. Alright, well, screw it. That can't be right. I mean, where else are they attacking me from? Alright, so these guys have a little bit better organization. Let's see if we can get that actually working appropriately. There you go. Alright, and now their attack isn't working. We'll give it a little while. Tick, tick, tick. Okay, how many divisions are attacking me? They've got 13 divisions attacking me. I will counterattack. And again, they send divisions out. We'll let that happen. We'll give it a tick as they put more troops in there. I might knock these guys out just by doing this over and over again, because they're going to have massive deficiencies in organization every time they do this. So we'll let them attack. We'll give them a tick. We'll attack. And we'll just kind of sit on them. Because they're getting troops driven out every time this happens. Alright. This fight continues to go well. This fight does not. Because we got our infantry knocked out. We need this fight to succeed if we're going to cut these guys off. How many divisions are here? We've got 3. Let's see what we can do here. Not a whole lot. Alright, we'll just chill for now. Okay. Ooh, now I gotcha. Screw it. Alright, so this attack got called off, fortunately. We are having some success in certain areas. Okay, this attack managed to work. I'm having problems, though, because I'm not able to... Alright, looks like actually the Poles might have solved my problem for me. Come down here. We'll do a 2-prong attack into Smolensk here when we get the opportunity. Alright. Let's see if we can cross the river here. These guys should be beat up. Yeah, there we go. I'm tempted on whether I will let them attack me again. But we'll just let the fight go. I mean, we're winning anyway. Alright. Friend Turkey is done. So that does mean that the United Kingdom did do their one thing. Now we actually have to turn them. Turkey's already in a faction? What faction are they in? Oh. They're already in the Axis. Well, fine. Call to arms, then. They will not accept. Why? Alright, maybe I have to wait for that whole thing to tick. But I don't know how they joined the Axis. I guess the Italians might have invited them. Alright. So we just got a friend Turkey. And why can't we do this? Oh, France does not exist. All right, so that can't happen because France exists. So I guess we do befriend Japan, which I don't think has much of an effect. Reassert Eastern claims. There's no reason to do that. So really, I see only a couple focuses left. So we're going to do naval air effort, and then we're going to do the, this one here. You know, one thing I haven't really taken a look at, and we might want to take a look at that soon, is, I believe, okay, so this is still ahead of time, because it's from 43. So we're just going to have to be patient, I guess. Okay. In any case, I think this is a good point to put a cut in the video, so we'll have to see what happens as a result of the national focus that the United Kingdom took, which was to give them a war goal to puppet the Netherlands, which I do see here, United Kingdom war goals. We have to see where that goes. In any case, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.